Idaho Falls' power resources are enviable. The city of Idaho Falls has leaned into power generation, and we are about to have a ribbon-cutting ceremony of the Idaho Falls peaking plant.
This low-emission natural gas peaking plant provides electricity when demand is highest, during the hottest summer days and the coldest winter nights. It will actually double our power generation in the winter when the river is running low. By generating power locally, the plant ensures a stable and reliable energy supply for the city and reduces our dependence on the more expensive wholesale market.
I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. Your vote makes a difference. Vote for me on December 2nd. Established neighborhoods are the heart of Idaho Falls. As your mayor, I will advocate for better communication around leaf removal, snow removal, and sidewalk repair. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. Your vote makes a difference. Vote for me on December 2nd. As new neighborhoods come into the city of Idaho Falls, we need to have a plan. We need to have clear guidelines and requirements for developers to build parks. This is a new development coming in north of the city of Idaho Falls, and oftentimes we have retention ponds that developers are responsible for. But if the city of Idaho Falls developed good guidelines and clear requirements, then the developer can create actual usable parks for a neighborhood. It's a win-win for both the residents and the developer. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. Your vote matters. Vote for me on December 2nd. We prioritize our roadways like East River Road and HIT. For as long as I've been on City Council, we've been talking about getting the bridge built into Fairway Estates in order to alleviate traffic. This upcoming spring is finally the year that that bridge will be connected. Communication between elected officials in Bonneville County and the city of Idaho Falls is going to be key to make sure that we don't have sporadic growth throughout town. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. Your voice makes a difference. Vote for me on December 2nd. Make sure as your mayor that I will fight for the fields. I just want to clear things up, that the soccer fields are not in the airport 20-year master plan. As a soccer mom, I've spent hundreds of hours out at these fields. I don't want to see these soccer fields go away. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. Your voice will make a difference. Vote for me on December 2nd. When we think about the Snake River, we think about it running through downtown. But the river runs through our entire town. And we need to get a master plan that helps protect the river from county to county line. When we think about the Snake River, we need to think about safety, access, and recreation. These are some of the most fished waters in Idaho, and it's controlled by the Fish and Game. This is part of the Greenbelt. Ryder Park is one of the Greenbelt parks, and it is connected by the asphalt trails. We need to make sure that those connections are protected for the future. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. Your voice makes a difference. Vote for me on December 2nd. As the city grows, we will look to locations like this, where the city already owns the land, and we need to be able to turn it into green space or a park so that the community can gather.
This 4.5-acre parcel is across the street from the nonprofit Happyville Community Farm. Located on the west side of town, it is run by volunteers and operates through donations and grants. Nonprofit organizations like this are vital to the city, with a mission to provide fresh, affordable food to the community and as a gathering space. This location provides for the shared goal of a healthy and active community.
I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. Your voice makes a difference. Vote for me on December 2nd. If you've traveled in and out of the Idaho Falls Airport recently, you'll know just how busy it's become. The airport provides significant economic support to our city by connecting us to other regions, attracting tourism, and offering essential services like medical transport. The newly adopted master plan includes new hangars, expanded parking, and a new air traffic control tower. These projects are made possible through federal funding and are essential to meeting the growing demand on our airport. As your mayor, and with the endorsement of Congressman Mike Simpson, we have the momentum, the relationships, and the leadership to keep the Idaho Falls Airport moving forward. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. Your vote will make a difference. Vote for me on December 2nd. I'm the chairman of the Bonneville Metropolitan Planning Organization, and for the first time in 20 years, the county and the surrounding cities have all adopted the same plan to manage traffic.
This is 65th South, and it has been designated as a strategic arterial roadway, similar to Sunnyside, allowing traffic to flow around the city and not through it. As development happens along this roadway, all of the municipalities have agreed to protect access and preserve the right-of-way.
Your voice does matter. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw, and I'd appreciate your vote on December 2nd. All of this construction material is because they're building the neighborhood. We need to get a school here for all of the children that are coming into this neighborhood.
District 91 owns these 10 acres. This is the Ivywood subdivision south of town, and we need a new school. Edgemont, Sunnyside, and Longfellow elementaries are bursting at the seams. Elected city officials and school board trustees have different roles, but not when it comes to the future of our children. It is vital to have a safe and thriving public education system in Idaho Falls. As our city continues to grow, I will support the decisions of the school board and champion public education.
I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. Please vote for me December 2nd. We have a good relationship with Bonneville County, and we need to make sure that this project doesn't get delayed for one more year.
I am at the corner of 49th and Holmes. This has been a dangerous intersection for years. We have an agreement with Bonneville County to install a traffic signal here this summer. Idaho Falls will then build the intersection and traffic signal at 49th and St. Clair next summer. The traffic in Idaho Falls, Ammon, and Bonneville County impact each other, and we must work together.
I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. I'm running for the mayor of the city of Idaho Falls. Vote for me on December 2nd. Your voice does make a difference. Hi everyone, it's Lisa Burtenshaw, and I'm running for the mayor of the city of Idaho Falls. I am in the historic Ridge neighborhood of our city. As our city grows, we build in neighborhoods, and those neighborhoods include parks and churches and schools and sidewalks, and we connect ourselves in order to bring together one community. This is my vision for Idaho Falls, that we build our communities one neighborhood at a time, and that we stay connected, that we appreciate our differences, and that we are one community. If this is your vision, I am the clear choice for the mayor of the city of Idaho Falls. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw, and I'd appreciate your vote on December 2nd. Support our local businesses. They really do support the local economy. Hi everyone, it's Lisa Burtenshaw, and I'm running for the mayor of the city of Idaho Falls. It is Shop Local Saturday, and I would encourage you to get out and support the retailers and the merchants who support our community. Small businesses make up such a big part of Idaho Falls, and they support our sports teams and our arts. They are such a big contributor. So if you get a chance to get out, you can find a unique gift for that special person in your life. You could also eat in one of the local restaurants or get a gift card and participate in some of the events, either the Museum of Idaho or the Arts Museum, the Willards Art Center, the Colonial. All of these places have great events for the upcoming year, and they'd be a wonderful gift for 2026. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw, and I'd appreciate your vote on December 2nd. Hi everyone, it's Lisa Burtenshaw, and I'm running for the mayor of the city of Idaho Falls. I have a lot of people who ask me why I am doing this, and my answer is often, I love the community, I love this, and that is still an answer. But often, really, it's why not? Why can't we be the community that looks into the future and tries to build something for the next generation, tries to do something great and be that real ideal place to raise a family, place to have a great community? This is my why. It's really why not. My dad never retired. Life is short. It's too short to just think about, what am I going to do tomorrow? It's going to be, what are we going to do today? And why not do this? Why not build our community? Why not have a community center? That's really what we need to do. When I look around Heritage Park, this was a location that no one ever really considered to be a park. It was just a, look at what it used to be. All of these brambles and trees, and now it's this gorgeous park, and the community built it. And it took some work, but it wasn't incredible amount of work. We got volunteers to come out and lay sod. It's not really why, it's really why not? Why not make this the absolute best place we can make it? I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. That's what I want to do. I'm a builder, and I'd appreciate your vote. Hi everyone, it's Lisa Burtenshaw, and I'm running for the mayor of the city of Idaho Falls. I am on my way to pick my kids up from the airport. We're gonna have a great Thanksgiving weekend. I hope you have a good Thanksgiving weekend. Take a break, take time out, be with your family. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw, and I would appreciate your vote on December 2nd. Happy Thanksgiving.
This is the type of leader we need, especially for our community.
Like stuff, stay slow. Let's do it now.
All right.
We are not expecting anything other than to hopefully inspire you to vote, to believe in yourself, and to get yourself involved.
We have to be willing to do something different than what we've always done. Let me be that bridge.
I believe that every one of us, we don't want nothing given to us. Each of us will work hard enough to go ahead.
I've been to college, I've been around professors, provosts. I was part of the Senate for Boise State. And why am I taking the backseat of this? Like, I really should be more involved.
We can do this. It is possible. I believe it completely. It's not just words.
It's imperative that everyone vote within our very own community where every vote cast matters.
So John, he met me and I met him 5 years ago. Tell us a little bit.
Because the power is in representation. The government was never meant to be someone else. If we participate and exercise our power, then we are represented.
Why not outreach to the whole Hispanic community other than us? So number one, we went to them. They did not come to us. We are donating our time. We sat down, and if you can explain a little bit what you learned that day with the conversation over IFPD, how are you guys going to address those issues and to hold people accountable?
When we talked about the data, it was like, oh yeah, we haven't done a study on this. It was several years. So let's get fresh data so that we can make sure, and it should be something that we look at regularly. Have solutions, make a plan, and a plan of action.
What specific policies will you support to strengthen protections for victims and hold offenders fully accountable?
In the city of Idaho Falls, we are not proactive enough. We react and then we try to heal. I don't think that many people know the police chief, but I am willing to be that bridge. Then when the police chief and the captains come into Pachangas to eat, there's a familiarity there, right?
And for me, this comes back to engagement. People talk about wanting to get involved in their community, taking the moment to vote, going to the polls, even if it's your first time, taking those few minutes to register and learn about who's running and say, yeah, that's somebody that I would want to support.
How are you planning on being able to reach Hispanics and the students and their parents? How are you planning to do that?
This is where the relationships have to be solid because your ideas are what works. We have to learn from the community. I am a city girl. I grew up in the city, and then when I met the country boy, the demand of that lifestyle led me out here, and you would find me outside 9 times out of 10. I would rather be outside than inside. It's just part of who I am. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw, and I'm running for mayor on December 2nd. I would really appreciate your vote. Well, we got lots of stories.
Oh yeah, do you remember that? That stupid car we picked out, and then we get to the end of the row, and then we'd have to back up all.
I was like, oh my gosh, I know that walk. I know what you're doing. You're moving pipe right now on your ditch bank in your mind.
What are you doing?
For a lot of years, we hauled a lot of, yeah. Yeah, it was us.
This was date night.
This was date night time. This is a land that has pivots. Last week we had siphon tubes so you got a dike here and a dike there, and then you set the tube into the ditch right here. There's no dikes on this ground. You can tell that it's got a pivot. I know that's pretty basic, but it's something I didn't know when I was younger. It's something I only learned when I got out onto the farm. I just dropped the disc, and now I'm trying to get it back on track on the saddle. See how it's moving automatically? It's moving automatically into that particular row. Hi everyone, it's Lisa Burtenshaw. We have been on an election runoff journey together. We've shown up for each other every day. Now it's time to celebrate. So please join me on December 1st to celebrate our journey together with an all-you-can-eat ice cream social put together by Far's Ice Cream at the waterfront. I would like to thank you for being with me on this runoff journey. Take a look at how far we've come since November 4th and our bright, shining future. Our residents want more communication out of City Hall. Well, this is me walking the walk, and I've only just begun. We will collaborate and we will find good ways to communicate information about the city to the residents. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. I'm committed to this city.
I'm running for the mayor of the city of Idaho Falls. Yesterday I was at a ribbon cutting ceremony for a company who is moving to Idaho because they want to develop and test advanced nuclear reactors. I think this is really exciting because when I was an intern at the INL, we were mostly focusing on the cleanup side, and it felt like the INL was just going to be shut down. Now the vision of the INL is to change the world's energy future and to secure the nation's critical infrastructure. And that is a really big difference from where we were in the 1990s. The INL is the regional anchor for our economy. The work that they do there is super important for the nation. Congressman Mike Simpson supports me in part because I understand the journey that he took to take the lab from what it was in the 90s as a cleanup lab to the nuclear lab for the United States.
25 years ago, Sunnyside was just a sleepy two-lane road that sat at the edge of town. It took a lot of collaboration and negotiation between Bonneville County, the city of Idaho Falls, and Ammon in order to turn it into this busy thoroughfare that we have today. As we continue to grow to the north and to the south, we're going to need those kind of partnerships in order to implement our regional traffic plan. As the mayor of Idaho Falls, I will make sure that we have regular meetings to be able to prioritize traffic throughout the region. I'm down at the Idaho Falls Friendship Garden, which is on the corner of Memorial and Broadway. I wanted to thank Jesse and Drew for the hundreds of hours that they spent putting up lights. Jesse and Drew are from Phoenix Rising, the Idaho Falls Community Reentry Center, and they put up many of these, almost all of these lights, as well as 70 wreaths for the Downtown Development Corporation. I also want to thank the Parks and Rec Department for the hours that they spend getting ready for the holiday season. If you get a chance, come down here, look at the lights, bring your friends and family. We know the snow will come, but tonight is a great night to come down and enjoy the kickoff of the holiday season. I'm downtown on Memorial Drive, and you can see right behind me, they're preparing for the holiday market. The holiday market starts at 4 o'clock with the tree lighting ceremony at 6. I am reminded when Memorial Drive used to have parking right in the middle of it, and the Greenbelt wasn't quite as wide as it is. I'm so glad that we've removed that barrier because it really was an obstacle to get from downtown to the river. Now this is a great gathering location for our community. Every Saturday in the summer, we have the farmers market. We also can have the Roaring Youth Jam and all of the other fun and exciting activities that happen down on the Riverwalk. Idaho Falls is the hub. If we aren't growing, Bonneville County will. We will just be crushed. We will be surrounded by and have all of the impact. So really, we have to embrace growth and move along with it and make our city just even that much better with the growth coming.
There's so much to do.
Leadership did that. Leaders did that. Leaders in our community stepped in and made that difference. Now it's a gem and it draws people. There is always two sides to every decision. There really is.
Yeah.
And it is complex. People can understand, you know, the balances that the city council makes when we talk about land use. So there is a comprehensive plan,
yes,
which every city, every county has to have. It guides development. It does not have the force of law. Where the law resides is in the subdivision code and in the ordinances. Idaho Falls is built in neighborhoods. It was really important to keep that neighborhood school there. And Longfellow got rebuilt in its location as well. I'm super proud of that. I'm running on my record that the neighborhoods are important, and I've proven that. Housing belongs in a city and not in the periphery. Mm-hmm. If that were to be built in Bonneville County, they would still be coming down 17th Street, but we would have none of the tax base to make any of the improvement. We would just have all of the burden. I do think urbanization belongs in a city. So there are ways to say, no, this is an incompatible use and we won't give that zoning. I'll give you another example. There was a piece of property that I voted against because it was Toffus Park and then this piece of property and then Burns concrete plant. Mm-hmm. And to have multifamily up against industrial concrete, those are incompatible uses. The trucks come in at 4 a.m. Impact fees in the city of Idaho Falls actually are dedicated specifically into the fund that they were committed to, mm-hmm. Parks, police, fire, streets. And there's limited ways that the city can spend those funds. It's not for personnel, it's not for maintenance, mm-hmm. it's for the growth to pay for the new projects that are going to be created because of growth. Over the years, developers would also choose to build off of main roads because they didn't want to have to develop the road. Now, the city with the implementation of impact fees, it doesn't matter where you build, create an impact for the city, and so there will be an impact fee charged. If you think about when you connect to a sewer line, that's like a permitting fee. That's what you think about an impact fee is. It's mm-hmm. a permitting fee. By the time you pay for all of your permitting in the city of Idaho Falls, you will have paid money into parks, police, fire, and streets.
I am sitting in front of the Idaho Falls City Plant. It is one of 4 hydroelectric dams that the city of Idaho Falls owns and operates. As an engineer, I can appreciate all aspects from the power generation to the power transmission. As Idaho Falls City Power, the mayor and the council are the board members. In 1976, this city plant was destroyed during the Teton Dam flood, and city residents decided to rebuild it. We are very fortunate that they did, because our power is less than half of the national average. It's so affordable and very reliable. As your mayor, I will continue this tradition of the city-owned utility. Today I'm standing out on Pancari Road. As a soccer mom, I came down this road for more than 20 years, and I'd watch people walk along this narrow shoulder, and I knew it was unsafe. We are fortunate as a city that we've been able to complete the connection on this asphalt trail between Bellin Road and the soccer complex. Now I watch daily as kids ride their bikes to places like Skyline High School, Eagle Rock Middle School, and Ethel Boys. These are the pathways that I love to be able to connect our communities with. It's just short little strips, but they make a big difference to us as a community. We are just about through the door now. I know who you are. I look out here and it's like not one single one of these people are trying to tear down our community. Every single one of you, I know, and it's like, oh, I was on this committee with you, or I'm doing this with you, or I've been in the school board with you, I've done this with you. I know you, and I know you are community builders. So thank you for coming today to support that and to show everybody else who in this town are the community builders. Thank you. We made it to the Great Feeder Canal. I just wanted to introduce it to you because it's part of who we are. It's part of our heritage. We don't recognize it. Sometimes I feel like our ancestors would be embarrassed by how little we know about our natural resources and what it took them in order to make Idaho Falls become a vibrant city. It isn't lost on me when I see the canal and how they built it and how they fed the whole system of water in order to be productive farmers. This looks like it's a natural tributary of the Snake River, but it's not. It's actually, it was dug this way. You can see, here's a good monument right here, the Great Feeder, 1915. The original channelway was all dug by horse, dynamite, and shovels. This canal system actually feeds into the city of Idaho Falls. When we talk about connections, ditches still connects people, and Idaho Falls fiber connects people. It's just a different time. It's a different era. It's all part of being a community, and we have to remember that.
It's not Republican or Democrat. It's just Idaho Falls. There's been a little confusion about impact fees recently. Today I wanted to talk about impact fees. Impact fees are a way for developers to pay for development. The city has been collecting impact fees for 2 years, and those impact fees are put into very separate accounts, not into the general fund, but into impact account for police, fire, parks, and streets. Now, the other confusion is whether or not the city is actually using those impact fees. So I thought I would introduce you to Fire Station number 6. Fire Station number 6 is being built using impact fees. The city keeps really meticulous records. When any impact fee comes in, it's categorized. When any impact fee is spent, it's categorized. I'm Lisa Burtenshaw. I hope to see you at the ribbon cutting for station number 6. This is where I spend a lot of my time growing up. Love the smell of dirt. It smells like a potato cellar. Come on up. When we talk about relationships, we have to remember that yes, we are a city, but we are also residents of Bonneville County, and sometimes our priorities cannot be the same. We have to work together and not think that one person's experience is greater than the others, because without each other, no one in our county will be successful. Today, I'm recording at the Idaho Falls Airport. The Idaho Falls Airport is owned and operated by the city of Idaho Falls, and the mayor and city council sit on the board as the directors. We're in the middle of an expansion at the airport to expand our baggage and our ticketing. Idaho Falls Airport is going to celebrate a milestone next week. In 2025, we've had more passengers come through the Idaho Falls Airport than any other year. So it's a big celebration for us as a town. We also have to include this new baggage and luggage drop-off because we don't want to be the bottleneck that's holding up air flights throughout the country. We've been securing money from the federal government to make this possibility happen. It's important for us to understand the assets that we have in the city of Idaho Falls and to manage them properly. It takes collaboration in order to get it done right. I'm standing in front of our new water tower. Growing up here, I always thought that the water tower was just for water storage. And then when I got on council, I learned that it actually does add pressure to the entire water system so that when we conveniently turn on our taps, we have clean water flowing with all of the right pressure behind it. There was a controversy though, where the water tower was going to be. Originally, it was going to go in a park along the river, and several of the council members and several community members were trying to protect the river corridor. We worked collaboratively as a city to keep the water tower off of the river. This was a win-win for the city, a win for city residents, clean water, and a win for the Parks and Rec. It took up one parking spot. I'm so glad we did it. I think in the end, people are really coming around to the new water tower. These are the kind of projects that we get done, thinking outside of the box in order to get it done right. Today is early voting. I'm gonna go vote early. Please make a plan to vote. It is gonna come faster than we know it. We just have a few weeks left in the campaign. Go down to the Bonneville County elections on capital NB. We did it. We took a little bit of a time out in our campaign so that we could fundraise for Show Up and Share IF, and we did. We were able to show up for the Idaho Falls Community Food Basket. We raised $10,000 in 24 hours. We thought it would be a 2-week campaign, but it was just 24 hours. So, thank you very much to everyone who participated. I talked to Ariel Jackson, and she said she had seen things like this happen, but certainly never for their organization.
We're here today with a very important ask.
We have food in our warehouse right now at the Community Food Basket. However, it will last us 30 days.
We live in the most wonderful community, and when we were asked to step up, Idaho Falls makes a difference.
What we've learned is the need is truly greater than ever.
So we're taking a political timeout to make sure that we get the community the food that they need.
If we can raise $10,000, we get $45,000 worth of food, and it makes a difference.
We can take every dollar that you donate and turn it into $4.80 worth of food.
All right, Paul, how do we do this?
Well, I think we need to get the community together. Hunger doesn't wait, and neither should we.
We have 2 weeks.
2 weeks, I think we can do it.
2 weeks.
I've seen this community do some really amazing things.
Team,
Ready to go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We can do this.
Hey everyone, this is Lisa Burtenshaw, and I'm taking a little time out from my campaign to talk to you about a fundraising effort happening in Idaho Falls. It's called Show Up and Share IF. Last Tuesday, I noticed that the Idaho Falls Community Food Basket had listed baby food and baby formula on their most needed list. Well, this came as a shock to me because I'd never seen it. So I called up the director.
The reality is we're serving double the number of families daily.
Their needs are greater than ever. Even though we just finished a big food drive at the end of October, because the need is so great with the government shutdown and other reasons, as we approach the holidays, they are running low. Show Up and Share IF is how we are going to help backfill for the Idaho Falls Community Food Basket. For every dollar that we raise, they can turn that into $4. That's our goal. 2 weeks, $10,000. The Idaho Falls Chamber of Commerce is on board. Rotary is on board. We are all trying to get them to their $10,000 that they will need going into the holidays. I'd appreciate your support on this. It's super important that our community show up and share. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Thanks for your help. I know we can make this happen together. Today's Veterans Day, November 11th, and I was able to have a really purposeful and meaningful conversation with someone who did happen to be a veteran. We talked about what it meant to be clear-eyed about the future and to not live in fear. We talked what it meant to be inclusive and supportive of one another in our community. We talked a lot about the future generation, how we have to support schools and how if growth is coming and we have to be able to grow along with it.
Just to prove that they have power, yes. Right? Yes. Just to prove that they, it's a control issue, and there are a myriad of things that work that way, and I've experienced some in this town even. People that want to impose their belief system on other people, and it's just unfortunate, right? And that's what leadership really is looking at the situation now, in the present. What do we need to do, and what does the most good for the most people? Not what does the most good for a certain segment of the population, or how do we punish somebody that we don't like, or all of those things that sometimes drive people's decisions more. I really, respect that you're clear-eyed about the future for Idaho Falls, and where are we now? Where do we need to go? Everybody will never agree, but how do we include the largest portion of the population and make Idaho Falls a great place to live 10, 15, 20 years from now? How do we get there? That's, I think, the important thing that resonates with me about your platform. So, thank you.
If you have that chance today to reach out to someone who has that clear vision and perspective, it's really valuable to listen to the story and to really encapsulate what it means to look forward to the future and have purpose and meaning. It was just a really fabulous day today. Beautiful, beautiful weather. What a great place to live. This weekend I've thought a lot about showing up for people. I have a little saying that says you can't pretend to show up, and I still believe that. But I also know that we have to recognize when people are showing up for us in big ways and small. When I was 15 years old, I worked downtown bussing tables at Mikasa's restaurant. My mom would drive me down around 5 o'clock at night and come back and pick me up somewhere between 10:30 and 11. And she still had 6 kids at home. And it dawned on me this weekend, she knew that I was trying to earn money for school clothes. And that's how she was able to support me. I never thanked my mom for that. I wish I had, but I was 15 years old and so I didn't. Think about all of the ways that people show up for you. It can fill your heart with gratitude. And the joy that can bring during the Thanksgiving season, maybe it can get rid of a little bit of the divisiveness and be able to think about the support that we do receive from each other. Just some of my thoughts today on gratitude and showing up. I'm going to talk to you about Lisa Mickle's childhood. Lisa Mickle had a boyfriend who was a farmer, and it didn't matter what we were doing, whether we were at prom, whether we were at a ball game, When the water had to be changed, the water had to be changed. We'd leave wherever we were at and we'd come haul siphon tubes. It taught me the value of water in Idaho. We had to change the water so that the next farmer could get the water on his land when it was his turn. Ag is really, really important to this state. We're built on agriculture. This barley goes to Anheuser-Busch. The straw ends up in dairy. You have potatoes, and then the potatoes have processors, and then it has to get shipped. And it's an entire industry, and a lot of our economy is based right here in ag land. The city of Idaho Falls has a dependency with agriculture. As city leaders, we have to understand all of our economy. I really want to keep public-private partnerships alive. It's how we're getting things done in Idaho Falls. I am backstage at Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The first time I performed on the civic stage, I was 8 years old and we were doing some kind of 24th of July performance. It was a really big deal to be on the civic auditorium stage. I particularly remember the stairs, being able to go down the staircase, and I remember being in the chairs way more than I was ever on stage. I support the arts as something for kids to be able to have good social interaction. I brought my mom here several times. She wasn't able to use stairs very well, and it was challenging. In the last year, we were able to secure funding to expand into the Frontier Center. I'm really excited that Frontier Credit Union stepped in, became a partner, $7 million renovation happening. Come here, get here. The new balcony, those new restrooms on one main level. It'll more than double the size of the entrance. Artist rendering. We have to continue to promote the arts. It's what makes Idaho Falls special. What a small town we have with a big venue like this. You're gonna have to come and watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and you're gonna have to come and see when the renovations are finally finished. I want to introduce you today to my canal. I grew up in this neighborhood and I have a love-hate relationship with this canal. I swam in it in the summertime, and I built snow forts in the wintertime. But this canal was always a physical barrier to our two neighborhoods. My school was on this side, my house was on this side, my piano teacher was on this side. So whenever I missed the school bus, I couldn't quickly get across the canal. I had to figure out how to make my way through the canal. My mom had 7 kids. There was no way she was taking us to school. The same thing with the piano lessons. I always had to figure out how to cross this barrier. So now, people from both sides of this community are able to connect with each other with one simple bridge. Community has barriers. Sometimes those barriers are just physical barriers that can be solved with a simple bridge. What I really love about this bridge too is that it didn't cost taxpayers money. We were able to use grant money from the state in order to connect our communities. I love Idaho Falls. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about connections. This is why I need your vote on December 2nd so that we can continue to connect our community. Today I'm in front of the Idaho Falls Law Enforcement Complex. When I grew up, it was the stockyards. And every once in a while we'd get an animal that would come running down our street on May Street. When I was first elected to council, I wasn't sure just how bad it was needed. And I wondered whether it was a wise use of taxpayer money. Then I witnessed for the first time a victim come and give a victim statement in the Bonneville County Courthouse in a hallway in front of everyone else standing in the hallway. I realized that there is a relationship between crime and victims and public safety. And in that moment, I changed my mind. I was grateful for all of the people who collaborated to bring this building together. I'm a strong supporter of public safety, and I support the officers who are out there every day working on behalf of us as the residents of Idaho Falls. Hey guys, Lisa Burtenshaw. I'm running for mayor of Idaho Falls, and I'm in a runoff, and the election is now December 2nd. I woke up this morning and I thought, why am I willing to keep doing this? What what fight do I have in me? What's the purpose of it? And I've decided Idaho Falls is worth fighting for. I'm willing to just keep putting myself out there, even though I get criticized by friend and foe. I know that it takes people who are willing to show up. It takes people who are willing to see the problem and try and make a difference, or hear about it from their neighbors and then go out and try and make a difference where they can. I'm one of those people, and I just am not going to give up. Idaho Falls is really a great place to raise a family. Idaho Falls is the reason we have a problem here now is because of growth. Something drew them here, and I've been part of that. For the last 20 years, I've been part of helping build new schools and build new parks and bring more athletic fields to the town, things that really matter to families and to kids. I've been involved in this community my whole life.